What's going on, everybody? My name is Dom of comicreleases.com, associate editor, and with midterms out of the way, welcome back to the channel. Today, we have some Conan books to talk about and look through. But before I get into all of that, I want to thank my friend Will and all of the awesome folks over at Titan Entertainment for making this possible. First thing we're going to be looking at today is Solomon Kane, The Serpent Ring, which is a Patrick Zurcher joint over here, over Heroic Signatures, and of course, Titan Comics. On the left-hand side, we do have all of the displayed production people behind the scenes working very hard at this book. Pat Zurcher, Pete Pentazis, and etc. Tyler Smith, of course, Richard Starkings here in terms of the lettering. Left-hand side, we're going to see the Puritan's Path, which gives us an idea of what exactly to expect here with Solomon Kane. We find out that he's got a brace of pistols, got a rapier, and he is going to fight over the nameless supernatural terrors of the dark in the Turkish hordes of the Ottoman Empire. But we immediately, what I love about this book, and I don't want to get into too much because, well, Solomon Kane is on the search to find a very, very important trinket that you probably have seen on the front page. So there is a little bit of a MacGuffin here, but this is set in the tables of the Renaissance. We are looking at a Europe that is rejuvenated, and we are also getting an idea and sense of just what this setting is through the first couple of pages of this book. We can see that there are immediate conflicts that certain people have to get out of, and there is also, well, the big item that the hero is searching for. And that search takes us again back to the Renaissance, when Europe was getting out of the pits of the bubonic plague, and that all takes into effect here as we sort of get an idea for how people believe about the supernatural, and also, well, do we believe in these things? But you also get a good sense of, well, adventure, and just, I really, really like these types of stories. I was very surprised to see that something like this was taken and put into effect in terms of the overlay of this book. I had not known, well, of Solomon Kane beforehand, and I'm also just a stickler for historical pieces like this. It's not atypical of what I expect in terms of my comic books, but it very much feels different from Conan. If Conan is the swashbuckling knight, this is a pirate set out in the Atlantic and the Mediterranean Oceans, trying to figure out, well, what exactly is going on with the MacGuffin that is over in this specific 4-issue set. I would also like to note that Solomon Kane is released this week, or has been released this week. So if you are looking for a good, quick read, and if you really, really like that type of historical piece and mindset with a little tinge of the exploration of, well, what can be past the human eye, this is definitely the book for you. I also want to note that Pat Zurcher is no stranger to the world of Conan. Obviously, one of the men behind Savage Avengers with Jerry Duggan. And he's done plenty of pieces over with the Savage Sword of Conan magazine. So if you are a big fan of that, I would definitely suggest getting into this. There's also a big and good lot of research that the people behind this book have done. As you can see here in the pieces in the back, we also have a covers gallery for anybody interested, and also a little bit of a look at the script beforehand. I really do believe that it is really cool that Pat Zurcher was able to methodically lay everything out from panel to panel, even coloring every single issue in this book, and having Pete Pentazis help him set up in the last 2 issues, I should say. So if you are interested in Robert E. Howard's Solomon Kane and the revitalization over at Titan, this is definitely the book that you should look out for. Speaking of books to look out for, I don't know if you guys have gotten an opportunity yet to pick up any of the issues of Jim Zub's Conan the Barbarian, but I'm just going to say I've had the definite pleasure to be able to get a lot of these trade paperbacks, and I do have the most recent one, which is Volume 5. Again, apologies because I got got this one a little bit late out, just a tad bit late, but I'm very happy to be able to cover it regardless. And we also do get to see a different side of Conan in here. And if you guys have not caught up, I would suggest skipping ahead. But I do want to note that for anybody who is a massive Bayleet fan, I am attempting to skip any scenes that have, I'll just say, suggestive material, because there is definitely some of the spiciness in here. But we do have a different artist that is taking over for some of these issues. Her name is Danica Brine, who has taken over some of the bits from Doug Braithwaite, who started off this series. But so if you're looking for sort of this more young adult style, which I definitely do not mind, I have been used to it. A lot of folks over at Marvel and DC also have this very different type of flair, different type of art style. But that is the first thing that you do notice, where we start off with Doug Braithwaite and sort of the rougher pencil, something that I think most people would expect from a Conan book. This is definitely different, but we do have in the latter half a little more of a return to the onset. But it is definitely the same vibes here, same type of storytelling that Zub is telling here in these 4 issues from issues 17 through 20. So if you are still interested in reading Conan, and if you haven't already been yet, I don't think this is a bad place to jump in. We have plenty more to go, but this is the latest that we do have. And again, a big shout out to the folks over for making this incredibly epic as much as it can be. And again, if you're a big fan of Belit, this is where she does come big into play. And we also have more of the same with the cover gallery and whatnot for the extras, along with some character sketches in the back as well for the designs, creator bios, and even more there for some characters that might pop up and be a surprise. Conan also hit issue number 25. Another big shout out to Will. Definitely appreciate the big letter that I was able to get to cover this issue. And again, I'm really bad that I had no opportunities to lay that on, but that is what we are doing here today. This is a tale of Conan the King. Yes, King Conan is back in action, and this is a look at a different world to where, well, a different life in which what would happen to Conan if he was in this setting specifically. One of the things that I love about this issue, or the main thing that I should say without getting too much into it, if you guys have not been following, it's a great one-off. If you have not read any issues of Conan, I definitely wouldn't say that this is a bad place to start. I'm also trying to avoid some of the certain imagery here because it is not for the weak, faint-hearted, like me. But not only is it a great jumping-on issue, it's a great one-off story. I think it also shows us sort of a different element to the Conan that we have been getting, where it isn't established. He is the ruler. This is something that the expectation, it's set high. It's set a lot higher than I would say in different or so issues, and I successfully was able to skip through all. But anyways, we are going to be getting a plenty more of something like this, but I think it also speaks to the testament that Zub has been able to carry out through his Conan run. And something that should definitely be celebrated in with this mindset. I also do want to mention that Alex Horley's art in this is absolutely stunning and incredible. It definitely has a lot of the same haunting features that was highlighted in Doug Braithwaite's interiors, and I would love to see more of Alex. It definitely feels a lot like Braithwaite, but not only Braithwaite, but also Kyle Hotz. Kyle Hotz, who had a couple of issues on Peter J. Tomasi's Detective Comics back in the post-Rebirth DC Universe 2019 era. And I would definitely pick up issue number 25 of Conan if you haven't. If you're a big King Conan fan, this is one you can't miss. And this is the last book that we are going to be covering here on Covering Conan, which is The Tower of the Elephant. This is a book that has been brought to life. This was previously a short story written back by Robert E. Howard in 2033. I'm like, wait, we haven't had a 2033 yet. Hopefully we are able to get there as a society. But this is one written in 1993, and it does feature a story that is written again by the legendary Robert E. Howard. I just want to flip through the paintings, and before even getting into the story, this reminds me of story time, just like as a kid, getting to see sometimes like my parents or my dad would read me some of these different tales where they take place in far-off continents, different universes, different settings than the ones that are here on this planet. It just takes me back to this time where life was definitely a lot more serene. I didn't have to worry as much in the grander scheme. But this is all painted by Valentin Secher, and each page details a certain line or sentence in every single one of these highlighted markers, these pages, these stories. And the one thing that I have to give credit to, because obviously there was no comic script, and it's not like you can't make a fan comic or a comic out of it, but it's something that is just a nice stop motion gap. It's if you were looking at a storyboard for a movie and you're seeing it piece by piece, element by element, and you're going through seeing the progression of what Conan is finding in this heist. It really is a testament to not only the largeness of the book and the scopeness, but I also think that it is very, very telling for any type of artist to be able to showcase a moment like this without needing it to be in these 3 panels, 6 panel, 5 panels. Sometimes 2 are big. These are all big splash pages, and that is a definite positive to the way that this book has been constructed. And we also do have some sketchbooks here in the back. Just being able to bring the story to life is definitely a big plus, and that is the Tower of the Elephant for Conan.
If you haven't yet, check out our website, comicreleases.com, my and Webhead's love letter to comics, a hotspot where you can finally figure out what's coming out, when, from what place. Our unique upcoming website tracker in the Collected Editions tab makes sure that you're on top of every single collected edition coming out on the market, with release date updates to the minute, from the tiniest graphic novels to the giant Generator Deluxe hardcovers as large as an absolute. Our unique spreadsheet not only gives out the most accurate information out there, but our format also filters and ensure that you can find your books as quickly as possible. The tracker also gives out links to domestic and international retailers so that you can purchase your comic books at the snap of a finger. We are also proud to host monthly solicitations as per given by the publishers that generously send us information to give to you all. From the Ultimate Universe to the creator-loved Oceans and Universes, we specialize in giving you the most readable format of solicitations without any of the annoying advertisements. If you also donate to our Patreon at just $2 a month, which is less than a coffee at Starbucks, you will receive access to a special watch list dedicated to individually tracking items that are on your wish list, past or present. Place in your tracking number and make sure that these books also not only come in safe, you can even put in special comments on these as well. On top of that, your name will also show up at the end of every single Dom of X video creates as a huge thank you. That is comicreleases.com. For more information, check this out down in the description. If you also want to contact me or Webhead, check the contact forms down in the description or email me down in the description.
And that is it for me on this, covering Conan. I have a couple of omnibuses to talk about on the next time, specifically for this channel. Again, I want to give a big shout out to my friend Will, friend Julia, and a couple of the other fine folks over at Conan for giving me the opportunity to showcase these books over to you guys, all in a very slick preview. I am, again, Dom of X. Please like and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. If you want to see more Conan, let me know down below. That is going to be it from me. Please stay safe, everybody, and have a wonderful day wherever you are.